Hello there, and welcome to WESTKids. I'm Miss Jennifer, and your name is... We are so excited here at West Huntsville Baptist Church because we're going to be opening our doors this coming Sunday, the 31st of May, for the first time to a church service at 10:15, and we want you to be a part of it. But when you come with your parents, you sit with your family, you stay with your family. You don't go running around all over church. Stay with your family, and we will put what they call appropriate spacing between families, okay? So, and if you can't come, that's all right. WESTKids will be here, and we'll also have a video for you from the church. So, there, now you know what I know. Here we go. Did you get your books of the Bible? Got your books of the Bible? In the button below, just press that button below where it says Kids Resources, and you can get them all printed out from the beginning of the Old Testament to the very last book of the Old Testament. That's what we're going to go through today. But let's start with the major prophets. Do you remember who they are? By any chance, the big gun of the big guns? Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations. Lamentations is so sad. It's like a funeral march for the nation of Israel. Lamentations. And then out of Lamentations comes Ezekiel. God strengthens. Also in the book of Ezekiel, you hear, "Thus saith the Lord." Remember that because you're going to hear a lot of this in another book coming up. So after Ezekiel, we go to one of my favorite books, the book of Daniel. You remember Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do you remember Daniel in the lion's den? You haven't read it? You need to. And when Daniel goes into the lion's den, he's in his 80s. But who said you have to be 25 years old to pray? Who says you can pray when you're 5. You can pray when you're 100. Talk to God absolutely anytime. From Daniel, we're now going to go into the minor prophets, okay? Now, if you turn your back on God, that is called spiritual murder. Watch this. The first book of the minor prophets, Hosea. Turn your back on God, not good. Hosea. And from Hosea, we go to a book of pleading, Joel. So we go Hosea, Joel. Remember I said, "Thus saith the Lord"? This next book, Amos, "Thus saith the Lord" is mentioned 40 times in this book. I think he's trying to get it across. Thus saith the Lord. Amos. From Amos, we go to, do you remember the twins that were born in the book of Genesis? Their names were Isaac and Esau. Well, there was a battle between them, and it goes on even in the book of Obadiah. They're always wanting to be on top, and their countrymen are the same way. Obadiah. You know this next book. Jonah. Got ourselves a big fish. Jonah. God can still use broken people to do his will, and that's the story of Jonah. From the book of Jonah, we go into, and I get excited when I'm doing this videotaping, and so there I always have my notes right here beside me because I want to be sure to tell you just right. We go to the book of Micah, and Micah means hear. Can you put your hand right here like this and go, hear? That's what the big word from Micah is. Do you remember the big word from Deuteronomy? Remember? Yeah, good. There are little hints throughout God's word that he gives you to stay on point with him. Nahum is a book of vengeance. Nahum, you point to God and come down. Nahum. From Nahum, we go to the book of Habakkuk. Now, we start off and we talk about the holiness of God, and we bring our hands out like this. This is the book of Habakkuk. From Habakkuk, we go to Zephaniah, and those are chapter after chapter of darkness. And at the very last chapter, it gets good. It gets really good. So there we go from Zephaniah. Now we're going to build a temple again, and it's Haggai. Haggai. Can you do it? Haggai. From Haggai, we go to Zechariah. Now, Zechariah is the prophet of the long vision, and he covers his eyes, and he looks down the road, and he's looking, Messiah's going to come. Messiah's going to come, and he does. And then the last book that we're going to talk about, let's scrub the glass and make sure we can see Messiah is coming. That's Malachi, Malachi, Malachi. These are the minor prophets. You have just completed 39 books from Genesis to Malachi. Practice. God bless you. Enjoy God's Word.